Welcome to Path of Peace. In a serene monastery in China, 500 monks dedicated their lives to self-realization under the guidance of a Zen master. One day, a young man arrived, seeking enlightenment. He approached the master and said, "Sir, I want to know the truth. I want to know myself." The master observed him calmly and replied, "If you truly seek the truth, you must dedicate your entire life to this path. It may take a lifetime, and even then, there is no guarantee. Are you prepared for such a journey?" The man nodded with unwavering resolve. "I am ready, master." The master then gave him an unusual task. "In this monastery, there are 500 monks. Your duty will be to pound rice for their meals. From dawn till night, focus only on this task. When tired, rest where you work. When you awaken, begin again. Do nothing else. Do not think or worry. Just follow this path. Do not come to me again. I will find you when the time is right." The young man humbly accepted and began his task. Day after day, he pounded rice, from sunrise to sunset. At first, his mind was filled with endless thoughts, doubts, and questions. But as time passed, his thoughts began to fade, like ripples settling on a still pond. Months turned into years. He spoke to no one and immersed himself completely in his work. Over time, he even forgot his name. The other monks regarded him as unimportant and inferior, dismissing him as someone without knowledge or worth. Yet, the young man continued, undisturbed. 12 years passed. One day, the Zen master gathered the monks and announced, "My time is nearing its end. I must choose my successor, the one who has realized the truth. Tonight, anyone who believes they have attained enlightenment should write a verse near my door that expresses their understanding." That night, one of the most learned monks wrote, "The mind is like a mirror. Dust of thought settles on it. To clear the dust is meditation. When the dust is gone, the light of truth shines." The master saw this verse the next morning and grew angry. "Who wrote this nonsense?" he exclaimed. The verse, though poetic, was superficial, merely a reflection of scholarly knowledge, not true realization. The learned monk, knowing he lacked full understanding, had not signed his name. This incident caused great commotion among the monks. Meanwhile, the rice pounder, overhearing their discussion, smiled softly. Two monks noticed and asked, "Why are you smiling? What do you know of such matters?" The rice pounder replied gently, "Because the master is right. These words are meaningless." Surprised, they challenged him. "Can you write a better verse?" He replied, "I cannot write, but I can share my understanding. Write what I say." The monks agreed and took him to the master's door. There, the rice pounder spoke. "The mind is an illusion. There is no mirror, no dust. When the mind dissolves, nothing remains but the truth." The monks wrote his words and signed his name. When the master read these lines, he was deeply moved. That very night, he went to the rice pounder's room. Waking him, the master handed him his robe and staff, the symbols of leadership, and said, "You are my successor. Leave this monastery at once. Many here, blinded by pride and scholarship, will not accept you. Go far away. Your wisdom will draw seekers to you, just as a blooming flower spreads its fragrance." The rice pounder bowed deeply, touched his master's feet, and departed in the quiet of the night. The path of true meditation. This story teaches us a profound lesson. Many believe meditation requires sitting still with closed eyes, but true meditation lies in complete absorption in the present moment. The rice pounder attained enlightenment not by performing rituals or reading scriptures, but by fully immersing himself in his task. His dedication turned his work into meditation. Zen is about living in the now. The mind exists only as long as there are thoughts. When thoughts cease, the mind dissolves, revealing the pure self. True self-realization does not require extraordinary practices. Whatever you do it with your whole being. Let your work become your meditation, and the path to truth will reveal itself naturally.